All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining. So today's a holiday in the U.S. It's Thanksgiving. Usually it's one of the big holidays here, and usually you're spending time with family and stuff like that. We're gonna do a short show today, and then I gotta go cook turkey and stuff like that. So anyway, we've got the HyperNet thing that was introduced, the HyperNet Relay, and we're just going to start off by taking a look at this. If you've been on Reddit or in the forums, in the Eve forums, you know that it's an absolute shit show over this, and a lot of people claiming it's Somer Blink 2.0, legalized gambling, all kinds of stuff. I think we're going to go through this stuff today. We're going to try it out. I'm on the test server. I've got 2 characters on the test server where it's at right now. And so we're going to take a look at this and see what this is, whether or not it is something good or something dumb. I have some opinions, but let's go through this stuff and see. Hello, Shosundar. So, and Salty England says, Happy Thanksgiving to our colonial cousins. Hello, Warzamek. All right, so this HyperNet relay is, let me just read some of this here, and you can see. So today, in great excitement, and introducing an entertaining new trade network coming to eveonline. The first flag for me was the word entertaining, and because I don't do commerce for entertainment. Now, I do enjoy doing commerce, but I don't do it for entertainment, because the money you spend in commerce is not entertainment funds. The money you go to a casino with and spend is entertainment funds. That's the first thing that I thought of when I read this. Entertaining new trade network coming to eveonline called HyperNet Relay. Available for all of you to try out on Singularity test server right now. As with shareable bookmarks, a highly requested feature that has now been delivered. The HyperNet Relay aims to answer frequent requests for the return of raffle activities that were once hugely popular in the EVE community. So, basically, this is raffle, which I want to point out that a lot of people in Reddit and in the forums and stuff have all been going, oh my god, it's gambling. Well, raffles might be a type of gambling, but it's a type that is very socially accepted. And in fact, your local churches and such probably do raffles. There's a lot of charity events where you buy a raffle ticket, and they hope to sell 10,000 of them at $100 each, and one lucky person wins a brand new motorcycle that costs $20,000 or whatever, and then they make $80,000 for the charity, something like that. And so now I have bought raffle tickets before, most certainly, and so and especially when they're with a charity cause. Now, this doesn't mention anything about charity, at least not yet. But anyway, raffle is different than lottery, which is different than straight out gambling, like playing cards or slot machines.
Hail to the Dragon King, baby.
So, yeah, there we go. CCC, he's in on the raffle. By the way, we do have a giveaway today, but it doesn't quite come in as gambling. Exclamation point giveaway in chat, link in the description on YouTube. And there's no cost required on that. There is a cost on this HyperNet Relay. We'll get to that. So, all right, CCC, 22 months as a sub, coming up on that 24 months, 2 years, where we'll start doubling everything given out for you. 220 gold to everybody here in CCC's honor. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate the support. So, all right. Um, yes. Oh, and Warsmax says also thank you for the 15% off the Plex. Yes. Exclamation point sale. We do have Plex on sale right now. We do have, yeah. We do have Plex on sale. We do have the starter packs at 50% off. And it looks like a whole bunch of you just noticed. Yes, so, what is all of this? Wow, whole bunch of stuff coming through at once. Petfina, thank you, you're the best, thank you. Amadeus, Foxholers is recruiting. And then Gordon Collins, Farley, superb service, code literally delivered in seconds. Jurgen, thank you for the show. CB, thank you for streaming. Wow, all of these at once. And then Hand It Flow says, go Hogs. And Grey Ghosty says, love the dragon. Thank you all. I don't know. Somebody just released the announcements. All right. So, anyway, the HyperNet Relay is an enjoyable new method of selling items where almost anything can be traded at any time from anywhere and by anyone. The first thing that I thought of when I read that was, why are we putting in a global auction? But it's not quite that. It's, as we read on further, you'll see it's more like there are some services out there where people bid, $1, $2 and stuff, and then one person is chosen and it's delivered to them, and so they get it for really cheap. Kenwa, hello. So, hello Michael, new to the channel, welcome. Robert, hello. So, let's see here. Man, all these announcements coming through. And Warzamec, you're awesome, Markee. You guys, man, not that awesome. I'm just a regular guy who happens to be in the spotlight on some things. All right? Yeah. So, but thank you. I just have a hard time handling all the compliments. Yeah. I'm not worthy. Right. All right. You guys know where that's from. Okay, how does the HyperNet work? Well, okay, we got a picture here of welcome to the HyperNet. It looks like, okay, let's close this. And I don't know where it is in here. It's under finance. All right. I am on the test server, by the way. Okay, the HyperNet Relay is a new trade network with a distinct blend of entertainment, fortune, and social interaction. Let's see how it works. Oh, I guess we got a little tutorial here. Browse the offers. You can search for offers under the Browse tab, press the refresh button to view more, and use the filters if you're searching for something specific. Buy hypernodes. Each offer consists of a set of hypernodes that you can purchase. Each node that you purchase will increase your chance of acquiring the offered item. So this is like raffle ticket. How many raffle tickets you buy? I don't know why they had to name it something else, but because it's clearly a raffle ticket. But whatever. Synchronize. Once all your hypernodes in an offer have been sold, one of them is selected at random, RNGesus, whose owner then receives the item. All right. So, what about the person putting it up for sale? So I see some stuff here, like, 500 million ISK. There's 509 of 512 hypernodes. Buy a hypernode for what? All right. So to buy a hypernode on this, estimated value 15.2 billion, which is not. Is this one done? It's 512 of 512. That's 100 million. There's 508 of 512. Serpentis Victory Skin. 14 jumps away. But it looks like Here's one. 10 million. 508 to 512. Okay, so let's get in on this Miazos Coiffé Ultramarine Edition. Right. So I guess I buy a ticket. So the raffle tickets are dependent on how much the person is asking for it. And so they're selling 512 hypernodes at 10 million. Does this mean that the person placing the order placing this up here will get, 5.12 billion? I understand the CCP is getting a rake on this as well. So I don't know how much that is. We're going to have to look at that. What is the full name of Glam mod? Please link in live shows. Well, there is no Glam available right now, Vertex or Bobby. But if you search for Glam on the market, you can find it. Everyday Goon. Now I'm becoming death. Destroyer of worlds. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Alright, so I got in on one of these. And so history. Yes, it offers history. So there's this. Expires in 2 days and 5 hours. We have to wait that long. Some of you get into test here and go on the Miasmos Coiffé Ultramarine Edition. Put in your 10 million. Let's get this. It's 507 of 512 hypernodes. We need 5 more people to or I suppose I could buy 5 more. I'll let you guys try it. So there's that, and then there's the browse. I guess this is the way we went. Now, how is it that we talk about this? Because they said that it was social. So, and people are putting it up at, so I guess, this is only 48 hypernodes, where this one's 512. Looks like they can put up different amounts. Does this not remind you guys of Somer Blink? I mean, this is Somer Blink. And it's probably not an exact copy of it, but it's a very similar system. And so I knew the guys at Somer Blink, and we gave, they referred sales to us, and so we paid them affiliate, like we do with any streamer or any fan site or whatnot. By the way, if you're streaming or you have a fan site and you want to earn some money, referring us some sales, we'll be happy to pay you for that. Just sign up as an affiliate in our store and contact us. We'll help get you set up. Oh, Cavaris says, my fault that he had to go out and buy more monitors because I had so many. Sorry. So the whole thing with Somer Blink, it really blew up. It was very popular. They did a very good job at it. I can tell you a little history about Somer Blink and why it was working so well. And that's because the person that was behind it was what I would call a grandmaster programmer. Like this person who ran it, who still is anonymous and everything. But I mean, I knew them in real life, and they were, let's just say that they were in the top 0.1% in skill level for programmers, and was highly sought after by companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of these different companies. And that's how good they were. And the offers that they were getting were really incredible. I mean, like, you guys would look at it and go, holy shit, I just won the lottery, kind of incredible. So very, very talented person, and like amazingly talented. And they built this system based off of raffle systems, based off casino standards. And they did an amazing job. They used the casino mindset for how to promote everything and stuff. And then you guys know, well, if you've been around for a while, you know that that all blew up spectacularly. And it blew up in such a fashion because there was a lot of misconceptions. There was a lot of claims of what was going on by people who didn't know what was going on. CCP did a lot of investigations, and in the end, they decided that it was best for them to cease doing what they were doing. And so it was quite a shit show all the way around. But it changed the way that we look at the game and we look at stuff like this. And at that time, they actually banned, well, not at that time, but later, with I Want ISK and some others that popped up, they eventually just outright banned all kinds of gambling. And so now this is coming back in, and raffles, I think generally worldwide, meet standards for not being considered gambling. That a raffle is different, and so anyway, that's part of how I think that they can do this, and we are spending virtual funds. So in the test that I did here, we're spending ISK. And so you're paying ISK for that ticket, for that hypernode. And they probably changed the names on all of these things from standard names so that it's more of a unique system and gets less scrutiny. It's certainly not loot box, because loot box, you don't know what you have a chance at getting. And so anyway, all right, let me help out a customer here really quickly. And so I expect that today would be pretty busy with me helping out customers, given that we have our Black Friday sales on. So, yeah. All right.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Okay, so let's refresh this, and oh, I think that the one that I was looking at, is it gone now? Is it done? It's 507, 512. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna buy, there's no refresh in here. I guess I'm just gonna buy some more of them. Oh no! It's counting the other way. I had it wrong on which way it was counting. So when it says there's 512 hypernodes total, I bought one, it went down by one. So I just bought another one, it went down to 506 of 512, which means only 6 have been purchased. All right, we're gonna have to put up some sort of example one here, I think, to test this out. All right, I'm gonna step away for just a second. I gotta turn down the AC. I am getting overheated in here already. You know, it's a beautiful day out, and that's not it. Yeah, look at that. We don't get fog like this around here very often. It's supposed to be 80 degrees out today, but currently it's like not. All right, I will be right back. All right. So let's look at the article here some more and see what else it says. So the process begins by buying hypercores from the New Eden store or from the regional market, and the amount required is based on the total value of the player wants to offer on the HyperNet Relay. The item being offered for trade must be a single item, no stacks, and be located in a normal station, not a structure. All right. So any item being sold will represent a HyperNet offer. These offers contain a series of hypernodes that can be purchased individually or in bulk. The player will then set the number of corresponding hypernodes that will be made available to interested parties, and the price per hypernode. So let's see here. Just a second here. So, player will then set the number of corresponding hypernodes that will be made available to the interested parties and the price per hypernode. Once all the hypernodes have been sold for any given offer, everyone will see which single hypernode is selected at random, and who subsequently receives the item. Oh, so it's going to show your name in there. All right. Even the purchase of hypernodes will be visible to those viewing the HyperNet Relay, creating a social experience that occurs in real time. Any item that player claims will be placed in their hangar in the location where the offer was created and picked up at any time. So in Summer Blink, we used to watch items. And so can I click on this? I can. So multi-buy, I don't have enough to multi-buy that out. So these are all of the available tickets, but it doesn't, hypernode owned by Lando, by Link. All right, so I don't know how this is social yet, because I don't see any place to chat about it. Like a chat associated with this item. I suppose that, yeah, I don't know. So I'm not sure how that's social, but there that is. Once all the hypernodes have been sold for any given offer, everyone will see which single hypernode selected at random and receive the item. All right. Increasing trade velocity, as with similar activities in the past. Oh, here's their pitch on why this is good for us. Increasing trade velocity. As with similar activities from the past, HyperNet Relay will stimulate the economy of New Eden by increasing the trade velocity of items and thus redistribution of assets. Items such as unique ships, officer modules, and more will now be available to move through the economy more often, giving more players a chance to own them. In addition, items which are untradeable on the regional market, such as abyssal modules, corpses, and BPCs, will be tradable on the HyperNet Relay. So I guess one of the first things we're going to see is Markee Dragon's corpse put up here. All right. Trade velocity is an actual term? Yes, it is actually. So, bottom line, player agency, and free exchange of items are at the core of Eve's Market, which itself is the beating heart of New Eden. The HyperNet Relay is just one more avenue for which players can exercise their freedom in trade while engaging in an entertaining and social activity in the same time. I still don't see the social part of this. So I don't know what they're referring to saying that this is social. Entertaining? All right, we can call it entertainment funds. It's gambling. The potential increase in access to coveted items for players through the asset redistribution is also a very exciting prospect. Hopefully, with this functionality being regularly requested by pilots, its delivery will bring thrills and spills and ultimately the spoils. HyperNet Relay is available on Singularity. All right. This is really interesting because I don't know who's been asking for this. I have not seen anything in Reddit of people asking for this. I have not heard any of you guys asking for this. It was asked for many years ago and then was shut down. But I don't know who is asking for this. But does the trade velocity thing have merit? Yeah, probably. Will people use this? I'm sure they will. So, is it a bad thing? I don't know. Is scamming a bad thing in JITA? This is not as bad as IST doubling in JITA. Not even close.
Welcome to the Dragons.
So, Caps Lock, hello. Thank you for following. Welcome. On Ivo, thank you for the sub on YouTube. So, all right. So let's see, what is this? This is a leopard. All right, let's repackage this. And let's see what we can do here to create an item. Drop the item to start here. Okay, so here's a leopard. And 1 hypercore required. Drop hypercore here. Let's see, hypercores are required for the creation of HyperNet Relay offers. The amount of hypercores required to create is based on the total value of the offer. Okay, so what is the total value of the offer? Let's see, number of hypernodes, 8, which seems to be the smallest. The hypernode price, 17.5 what? I don't know, 17.5 what? I just don't know. Is that 17 hypernode price, 17.5 ISK? I can change it. Oh, and then the total price goes up. So if I want 100 million for this because that's what they're worth, then I would change total price to 100 million and the hypernodes become 12.5 million each. So the HyperNet relay fee is 5% or 5 million. Duration is 3 days. Profit is 95 million. So would you then ask higher, 5% higher? Yeah, so let's just play around with this a little bit. So it's 1 million. There's 8 hypernodes. This is just on test server, so drop a hypercore here. I think I'm going to need one. 1 hypercore required. Station has them for 100 ISK. Alright, so let's get 100 of them for 10,000. Oh, let's just get 1,000 of them. Okay. So, just bought that. I doubt that that's what they'll be at in production. It's going to be something else, isn't it? Okay. So now I got to drop 1 hypercore there. Can I just drop this one? It says 1x there. That still says 1,000 there. All right. Private HyperNet offer. Oh, so I can do this privately to just you guys? I don't know. Let's see. By making this HyperNet offer private, it will only be accessible with a direct link. Oh. So if somebody like me on a show wanted to offer something out. Okay. All right. So I'm creating this. Confirm. Success. View it. Created by me. All right. So let's go over here. And here's one of my other characters on test. Here is the HyperNet Relay. Let's go. Yeah, I don't need to see all of this. Is there any search? Filters. Search by solar system. Okay. So there's the leopard. I guess I'm just going to multi-buy all of them for 1 million. And I just won. Oh, look at it drawing the stuff down to that. Huh. All right. So, Markee Dragon won it. And so that's on the buyer side. Here's on the here is on the seller side. And so let's see here. Where's my wallet? Oh, this is the new wallet too, folks. All right, so we're gonna have to figure this out too. This is the new wallet that's coming in December. Let's see here. Overview transactions. Okay, that looks familiar. So I purchased some hypernodes. Wait. Why is there 2 negative numbers for purchasing hypernodes? I bought 10,000 of them. I can't seem to see any information about this. Did it? It purchased it twice. There's a bug, I believe. It looks like it purchased it twice, but only gave it to me once. So, because I went from, I mean, it took 10 million here and it took 10 million here. So, and they were 100 each. So it looks like it dipped me twice there. And then a market escrow for putting the item on there, and then they paid out $1 million to me, which is what my other character paid for the total number of tickets, and then they took 5%, which was 50,000 disc. So they took 100,000 for the escrow. Interesting. Okay, market transactions. Here's the hypercores. It shows it 100,000 ISK here. What are these? Are these something different then? Purchase a hypernode. 10 million each. Oh, those are my buys. Those are my buys on the other one where I was buying. So it doesn't tell me what I bid on, but that's how much I bid. This right here, this market escrow was buying the 1,000 hypercores here. And then this is the sale of it. It completed, and this is the fee. So, all right, I get it now. So there's the hypercores that I bought. They're only 100,000. All right. So, 30 days income. Interesting. Does that mean I made 99% of my stuff through trade? I have no idea. But this is the new wallet. So, all right. So I placed that item up, and okay. So let's browse on this. Oh, and let's go over to claim. God, this is so much like Somer Blink. Because in Somer Blink, you had to claim your prize too. So if I claim this, yep, there just showed up in my inventory. All right. So in history here has a little flash. There it is. So I suppose that there's stuff here so that you can have a whole bunch of them. I still don't see the social on this. I do not know where the social is. Oh, and look at that. So now this shows up as in this system saying that I claimed it. So there's a Nagafar in perimeter. What? Is that real? All right, so I just won that with 750 million. Now, I have no idea how this dread got into perimeter. So anyway, there I can claim that. Requires Mimitar Dreadnought level 1. Of course it does. Will it let me undock with this? That's what I want to know. Three days of training. Sweet. Let's see here. Used move me command, so no limits on ships. Alright. Fair enough.
Skill training completed.
Is there an easier way to just do all of these?
Skill training completed. Skill
What
training
resolution I'm at in
completed.
here, because I'm having a little bit of hard time seeing the text. Yeah, I'm going to undock with this, and I'm sure somebody will want to attack me. And I don't have a fit for it. I suppose I can get a fit for it.
Completed. Skill training completed. Skill training completed.
All right, one thing left here. Oh, I got it. Or do I?
Skill training completed.
All right. Now I can hop into it. Huh. Well then. I have no fit on it.
Warp drive active.
You know, prime candidate to get blown up, but whatever. It's on test server. So how can I fly this in HiSec? Yeah, so I found it on the HyperNet market here. And so it's done through the move me command, I guess. Boy, that alignment time. I have no fit on this thing. Hey, Naughty. Thank you, buddy. I didn't have to do too much skill training. I already have capitals on my guy here. So, alright, I'm flying it over to Jita now. Yeah. Damn, all that camera shake. HyperNet stuff confuses you?
Welcome to the Dragons.
I think that if you ever played on Somer Blink, you'll recognize it right off the spot. Cannot jump it due to high security. Ah, so I can't jump it. All right, fair enough. Okay. So, it shows here that somebody else won one. Okay. So, all right. Do I I don't know what more there is to see about this. Is it something that I would get in on? I don't know. I mean, we'll play around with it a little bit. And maybe, you know, we can put stuff up on here that, to where we can get a higher price than what it would get on the open market. I suppose that's possible. But I don't know about this, you know? I just don't know. I'm getting bumped. Somebody out here in a bar guest. Somebody named Jamma. Barghest, by the way, is the second most massed battleship that can get into high sec, and so it has pretty good bumping power. And in fact, after these nerfs on the Markee, could it become the primary bumper? I don't know. It was only about 75% as effective as the Markee, so. Says he's on TV. Yep. All right. So, we'll play with this. I have mixed feelings about this. Is it in the Eve spirit? I actually think it's very much in the Eve spirit. But I'm not a big gambler. Like, I go to Vegas. Like, when I was in Vegas for Eve Vegas, I did not spend a single dime on... gambling while I was there. I didn't even throw anything into a slot machine or nothing. So, yeah, just not my... It's not what interests me. I'd rather use skill and make money on the market. So let's look at this new wallet here. While we're here, this is the new wallet coming in December, and so Naughty. You were shocked at how many people had gambling problems with I Want Isk. Yeah, there is something to be said about this, which is the redistribution of wealth. The cut that CCP takes, I think, is actually not enough. I think it's too little. I think that they should be taking 10 to 30%. Because here's the reason why. People will overpay on these when all working together to purchase something. They're more than willing to overpay because it's a mental thing that, you're buying one ticket, which is 1/10 of the cost or whatever. And so to get 13 people in on that for a chance at it is no problem for most people. And so it could become a really good ISK sync. But if they introduce it at this 5 to 10% that it is right now, and then they try and raise it later, everybody's going to cry foul. Because, you can't nerf and not have people complain, but you can give benefit and have people happy. And so if they started at 30% and then found that people were not willing to do it because of that,
Hail
30%,
to the Dragon King, baby.
Drop it to 25% and see what happens. So, yeah. Crazy Locha, 47 months. Is there a coffee button? No. There's no button for it that I'm aware of. But 47 months, that's almost at the 4-year mark. Almost. Next month, buddy. So, there we go. 1,410 gold to everybody here. In Crazy Locha's honor. Thank you, thank you. So, anyway, I think that this could be an good ISK sync. You know, anything that they do to make the ISK stronger in the game causes PLEX prices to go down, which makes it easier to earn your PLEX playing in the game. And so I am all for good ISK syncs. And this is an ISK sync, but an ISK sync, but it doesn't. I don't think that that what they're charging is enough. Yeah, I think the 5 to 10% is too little. So I'd really like to see them start at a 30% because I think the market would bear it. So this is gambling after all. And anybody who complains, be like, you know, figure it into your bidding prices that you're asking, and it's good for the game. So it's good for the game. There will be people all over this that will spend every dime they have in game, every ISK they have in game on these things. And this is an addictive feature. Now, are they selling hypercores for real cash? So, where is the New Eden store? And so, this, I'm on the test server, so, you know, it's hard to say. Okay, so probably be under services. I don't see any. Contract needs attention. Really? What kind of contract? Oh, yeah. It's an old expired contract. So they were on the market. Well, they're on the market, but where do they come from? These hypercores. I think that you spend PLEX in NES to buy them. And now those hypercores are for putting items up, as opposed to, so these are the people who are doing the transactions or the marketing or whatever, posting the stuff up, as opposed to the people who are bidding on things trying to win. The people who are bidding on things trying to win are the ones who are more likely to be the gambling sort. So they intended it to be sold for 10 cores for 1 PLEX in NES. All right. Yeah, and you guys say that you can't get them on the NES, but they're not there at the moment. I just looked. So, yeah, I just looked and they're not there. So, it's very interesting. I'm a little bit mixed about it. will it spur financial transactions in the game? 100%. Now, let me talk a little bit about gambling. So, gambling in real life, like living near a casino, is night and day to not living near a casino. I have done both. I used to live in Biloxi, and I was literally, I could have walked to the Beau Rivage, which is a giant casino there. And I mean, it's not giant in the standards of when you go to Vegas and you see these buildings that are there that are literally 50, 60 stories tall, and the width of 10 or 20 skyscrapers. If you've never been to Vegas, you do not know the enormity of the buildings there. You go to New York and you see the high-rise towers and stuff, and you think, oh my God, that's huge. No, those are not huge. They don't have any that meet height records, but in the total overall size, some of them are amazingly enormous. And like a whole city can live in just one. And so, but when I lived in Biloxi, there was a lot of crime related to gambling and stuff that happened. And you'd get a certain type hanging around there and everything. And, was that a problem? Well, in real life, yeah, it's an issue. There's a lot of crime that goes on with gambling and stuff like that. But in a video game that encourages people to scam each other, or maybe they don't encourage it, maybe they just allow it, which other games do not. It is very, very different in Eve compared to other games. There are a lot of things that you can do in Eve that would get you insta-banned in other games. And that's one of the attractions of Eve. And, if there's more crime in Eve because there's gambling, then so be it. That's part of the game. So, is this very acceptable in the game? Yeah, it is. I think this fits perfectly in here. Am I a gambler? No. Will I play with it a little bit? Yeah. Will I lose all my ISK wallet to this thing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Will I post stuff on here for you all to lose your ISK wallet to it? Yes, I probably will. Yes, so I will take advantage of your addictive behavior with the HyperNet Relay. Yeah, so there you go. There you have it. So, yes, wait, they banned gambling and now they implemented it? Yes. And now, I haven't read this anywhere. I have not read this anywhere, but apparently the end user license agreement's been updated as well to say that you can do raffles in the game, but only CCP can take the rake. Now, I have not seen this. This is just what I've read from other people and everything, but I understand that the end user license agreement has been updated stating this. Now, I could be completely wrong on that, because I'm just going off what other people have told me. But one of you can find it and link to it, and such. But only CCP can take rake, which means rake is the profit. Rake is a term that is like for casino profit, and yeah. Anyway. There we have it. So we'll play around with this when it goes into production. Okay, so that's enough of that. And then the new wallet here, it's interesting. It does have your loyalty points in here, which is nice. All factions. Let's see here. You can look just certain factions. Can you click on them and see any information about these? No. Just show info and how much loyalty points you have. All right. I kind of wish that this would have more info in it about the loyalty points. Closest loyalty point store. Now this is really nice. This is really nice. I am happy to see that that there is a link here that shows me the closest loyalty point store. It's probably in Losec. Whoa, that's far away. Yeah, so I'm happy to see that, and yeah. So yeah, all right. And then Plex, similar as before, and then your ISK. Let's see if in corporation, if there's anything in here that's interesting. Transactions. I mean, I just have a rental agreement. Market transactions. I don't do market transactions out of here, so not really very much to see there. This is interesting, this whole income thing. I'm not really sure how that's going to translate properly because people have working capital. And so is this just going to mean that I have 1.79 billion more in my wallet than what I had 30 days ago? Or is that actually profit? I don't know. Here's expenses. So it is an interesting view on these, but well, hello, Kevin. So, all right. How many offers can a player post? I don't think it's limited. Okay, so I think I'm done on the test server here. Oh yes, I want to log off. And then I am on the test server here. I'm in perimeter with this. But that's on the test server. Don't worry, it's not in main game. Helping out a customer here real quick. Okay, so let's see here. Changing my title on Twitch a little bit because I had HyperNet Relay in there, and I think we're done looking at that. All right. So anyway, well, I'm just going to log him off out there. Let's see here. So I've got now this is on production, and production being Tranquility, and looking at what contracts are available and stuff. There are some contracts here, but there's nothing. Those are all low sec. I'm logging in another client here. What's up with the LP? Well, it shows it in your wallet now. So today's going to be a shorter show than normal. It is a holiday here in the US. And so I got turkey to cook and stuff like that. If you haven't been getting in on your login rewards, be doing that. I understand that yesterday when with alphas logged in on the login rewards, that of course they didn't get the Omega stuff, and then if they upgraded to Omega, they did not backwards get the Omega stuff. And it's my understanding that they fixed that today, so you should get it today whenever you collect. And so you have 5 days remaining, and there's 5 things here. So if you missed the first day, get all of them in now. The biggest thing is the skill points. So yesterday, yeah, it's been claimed. Yes, thank you. Well, I was kind of hoping you would show me what it was instead of just telling me it's been claimed. So 125,000 skill points tomorrow. I think that this was 350,000 skill points. I don't know. Maybe I haven't claimed it in here. Yeah, it was 250 and 25. So it's 275,000 skill points. So I just got to decide where I'm putting those. And I might put him up into this guy because he, I want to get him into freightering. So, but
Connecting.
hook up here. Pika, you get exactly what it says in our store. It doesn't have any mention of the skins. Or at least if it does, I'm not aware of it. I didn't even know about that till this morning. All right. So, and for a giveaway today, we do have a skill extractor. You know, with all the skill stuff going on, why not, huh? So, okay. Just looking at some customer stuff here real quick. Store has been pretty busy today too. So, all right. So, Triglavian observatories. This is my invasion smasher, but without a fleet. May not do so well. So what time is it? I actually think that that this will be about the end of the show today, because it is a holiday. Got kids are here, and I got turkey to cook and everything. So, so you just upgraded a second account. Can't claim the other mega items. They said in Reddit yesterday, Ugly Truck, that they were working on it. And that you would get those. They said that they thought they'd have it fixed so that when you claim today, you'd get everything. So I don't know. I'd give it another day, see if they fix it. If it didn't work today, so let's do the final entries in on the giveaway, which is a skill extractor, and so. Can get in on that. And
Welcome to the Dragons.
Given that they're giving out all the skill points again, you know, kind of Makes sense. All right. So you got just a couple minutes to get your entries in, and then we'll do the draw.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Corn Planter, thank you for following. Welcome. And we're going to have lots of Eve tomorrow, for sure. It's going to be fun. Brian, I'm doing well. And Agion, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I'm out of station here. That's another thing too with the new HyperNet thing. It has to be at a station. Can't be a player-owned station. It has to be an NPC station. Am I barbecuing turkey? Yes, I am.
Docking permission requested. Docking request.
It's not a very big one,
accepted.
so I didn't have to start at like 4 a.m. So yeah, I just got a small turkey because it's only myself, my daughter, and one of my sons here who eat meat. The rest are vegetarian. All right, so everybody should have their entries in. Hey, if you put in your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whatever in that white box, I'm going to read that off along with whatever message you put in. If you didn't, then I'm going to read off your real first name and just last initial so that you know who you are, but you still remain anonymous. And so, all right. Congratulations goes to Nick Paw. Says, thank you, MD, Markee Dragon. Yes, okay, there we go. So, Nick Paw, a real regular around here. There you go. You are the winner. Congratulations. Okay, so, all right. So that's going to be it for today. I know it's just a really short show, but, you know, given the holiday and everything. And we'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to go out and do dumb stuff and blow up ships and have a good time. So, all right. Take care, everybody. See you all tomorrow.
There's a pyramid of power with eyes that can see it all. Cameras to capture your image at City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I'll really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining life of mankind of cancerous. How we breathe vapors. Greed got us bleeding in streets for cheap paper. Assemble the masses, melt the plastic, compound, realign when the shit gets drastic. Lift the veil when the systems are masked. It's just another pyramid scheme, a government racket. Power with the power of Charles Jurassic. Nation T-Rex with covert tactics. Rise from the ashes, take back the atlas. Bring the madness.
Welcome to the Dragons.